Hello. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I feel a bit more somber because it's later at night now.
Yeah.
I've got kind of like a late night radio voice. My voice is
Tune
coming.
into Late Night Radio Edinburgh with Derek's Mojo.
I'm Mo, here to answer all of your calls and your questions. And here's the dulcet tones of Bewitched.
When I was going to do the theme tune for Bewitched, I
Oh,
was going to say, caller number one at the Edinburgh Festival. What shows did you see today, caller number one?
We are definitely delirious because it's very late.
I haven't even been drinking.
No, we haven't been drinking.
One little...
Oh, no, that's true. We don't know what's happened. The thing we can say today we saw one show, but oh my gosh, if we was to, we didn't know what the show, how the show was going to be, but if we was to only see one show,
it would be this one.
It would be this one. It was awesome. Let's lead up to it though. Let's make them hungry for it.
Okay.
Whet the appetite.
We started the day with more flyering. Yay! Today we did quite a longer stint. The other day we just did an hour. Today we did a 2-hour stint, which I really enjoyed. I actually really, really enjoyed it. I got to talk to lots of people. I talked to an elderly lady who just had a rhinoplasty. And she wanted to chat to me for quite some time. She was very lovely. And another, I chatted to lots of different people, and that's just always a really good thing to do.
I think
talking to random strangers.
And I know we said it previously, but it's a really great way if you want to just do an hour here, 2 hours, just to make a little bit of pocket money. The only thing I would say is perhaps if you're going to do some flyering, do it for different shows, because if you do like a couple of days and it's the same time slot, you can't go to see certain shows. Yes. So that's the only thing I would say. Also, another thing we were speaking about as well is I think it's so, having variety in life I think is really important. But if you're going to have flyers, having different flyers that identify from different communities, I think is so important, because I feel like some people took flyers from me just because I was black. They saw us having the flyers, but they kind of took a double take, and then they came back and I was like, do you know what? I want to see. But I suppose people, I don't know, if they feel like they can identify with a person in whatever way. It might not just because they're black. It might be because I'm wearing glasses. It might be because I've got a headband in. It might be because, you've got multiple earrings in. That's how you relate. But I think it's really important to just have that diversity on your team, even when it's in flyering.
So I'm wondering now, am I the sort of person that attracts elderly ladies who've had rhinoplasty?
Wow.
She was such a sweet lady. She was lovely. I would have talked to her for ages, but I had to get on with my job.
Exactly, and she picked up on that energy, and you gave it to her. But it was awesome flyering for Susan Harrison's One Woman show. Susan Harrison is a little bit weepy. Go see it if you can at the Voodoo Rooms, 2:00. Mm-hmm. She's awesome. Mm-hmm. She's really, really, really awesome. And then how did the day take you?
Then we didn't see any shows this afternoon because we actually got stuck into some Derek's Mojo admin. This is kind of a working holiday for us, so we spent the afternoon doing some stuff here between the two of us, because being together in the same space and being able to do some admin and capitalise on what we've learnt from the festival and our experience. So we kind of spent the afternoon doing that. And then we went to see
Hot Brown Honey. I don't know when we actually wake us up. I am genuinely really tired, even though I've rested. I think because it's quite late. We went to see Hot Brown Honey. If you could sum up Hot Brown Honey in 3 words, which it can't do it justice, what would it be?
I cried a lot.
There we go.
That's probably not what you're expecting, but that's just because of the release of emotions that it gave me. They were tears of joy and happiness and release and outrage and anger and sheer exuberance and just it was amazing. It's such a strong show. The themes of it, the women, what they're saying, what they're doing, the issues they're addressing, the things they're bringing up, the way that they're telling it to you, the energy levels, everything about it is just. It's just amazing, and I had a little turn beforehand, before the theatre, so I was kind of open emotionally anyway because of a little incident with a spiral staircase on the way to the theatre. Anyone who knows me knows what that means. and so I was kind of open to it, and yeah, I was overwhelmed with emotion throughout that show.
It definitely, I feel like
Really
Hot Brown
was.
Honey
It was.
is definitely an experience.
It's grand.
It's like a night. It's like a night out. It's emotional. It gets you like, I don't know. I felt like I was like clubbing. The only downside is the venue that we was at, the Gilded Balloon. It was absolutely beautiful. But I felt like I couldn't stand up because if I did stand up and I wanted to dance, I would be blocking other people's views. There was opportunities they gave that we could stand up, but what I would do is, if you're coming to see it at Edinburgh Festival, maybe go a little bit to the back. So if you're the kind of people that want to get up and dance, like I wanted to so much, you can do that.
When we did stand, because they have to squeeze a lot of people in, because obviously with these shows they've got to make a lot, they've got to get their money back. And a show like that with such a large cast, and they're touring, and they need their money. It's quite high on tech as well. Excuse me. So I understand why they're ramming the people in.
But the thing is, no, even though you say ramming, I don't want people at home to maybe think that, like,
oh no, you're not.
I felt spacious, and I am a larger woman, so if obviously there are people that are smaller than me and there are people that are larger than me, but I had a good amount of space, and I felt, but there was a lot of people in there, and if I stood up, I would be blocking their view. But it was so great. The company's made out of First Nation women, mainly from the Australia way and the islands around that, and also other First Nations as well. It was just such an experience. We spoke. Sorry, go for it.
Yeah, they're really addressing stereotypes and the treatment of women through colonisation, through the patriarchy, through our own treatment of each other as women, what we're willing to accept and what we're willing not accept, and how we have to stand up for each other as well. And it was just. I'm lost for words.
It's an experience. You go and see Hot Brown Honey. You have no choice but to go and see this. This is a revolution. This is performance art. This is just beautifulness. And also what I love so much about it is it's a company of women, and they was just like, do you know what? We bring our kids on the road, because sometimes you got to bring your kids to work. And I'm a child who my mum was a single mum. I definitely was not just raised by her. Great support from my aunts and my grandmother as well. But I had to go to work with her as well. And it's so great that there's a facility there. They're doing a show. They get to do their art, their performance, but they're actually, supported. I bought some merch.
Bought some merch.
Yeah, so I've got these earrings which say "Don't touch my hair," which are awesome, and these other earrings are Afro combs. They at the end they plug their merch and say, "Oh, please go it because we need support for like childcare and also just to make shows happen," like a lot of people do. I saw some women around it going, "Oh my gosh, look at these earrings," as in a way to say, "Look, oh, they're so big," and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, these are the kind of I'm like, this is me.
It's your go-to.
Oh my gosh, I love them so much. I also got some badges. Do you want to read this badge?
This badge is the revolution cannot happen without childcare. And having been someone who's worked at still pursuing my art and doing plays and doing all my acting and doing all of that whilst bringing up a child and having to source childcare, etc., I know how important it is. How important it is. You've got one that
says don't touch my hair, which I suppose goes with my earrings as well, which is.
And the other one I've got a little collection.
Oh yeah, we have.
Now I've got one that says "Make noise."
Yeah, it's a revolution. I feel like I wanna. Yeah, I feel like I'm like
my three
I've been activated
from the festival thus far.
I'm still wearing my t-shirt. You're probably wondering, is it a little bit smelly? Only if you get really, like, if you put your nose in, like, proper into my armpit, it's not fresh.
No,
but
you smell fab, darling.
But it's good enough to, like, just wear. So I still just want to represent. This was an awesome show.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is our penultimate day.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is.
But kind of like our last day as well.
Yeah, because we're probably not going to get to see any shows on Sundays. We have to leave quite early. So tomorrow we're going to try and ram as many shows in as we can.
I will try and ram as many shows in as my body, my physical and emotional health will allow me.
We've already got a few pre-booked. So.
Yeah, so the pre-book ones, definitely. I'm going to. Other ones, I'll just see how I go.
Yeah, and just taking in the last atmosphere.
No, yeah, definitely. But I've had a really great experience thus far, and I feel like all's good in the hood. I'm probably not gonna go straight to bed, but I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna take off my bra, which is one of my favourite things. Take off my earring. Take off the headscarf. Just be free. I've got my shoes off already because I want to have my feet free.
Oh, that happens as soon as I walk in the door. But it's been a fab day. We've only seen the one show today, but that show has been just astounding and brilliant and worth everything. It was genius. And if you're coming to Edinburgh, go and see Hot Brown Honey. Book your tickets in advance because I have a feeling this one is going to completely sell out for the whole month.
Yeah,
this one.
I can't wait till it comes back to London because I need to go and see it. I feel like it's a night out. I was watching this. I was like, there's so many people that I want to experience this with.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's just amazing. And I had to go up and thank it moved me so much. I was so moved by it, so incredibly moved by it in a joyously wonderful, freedom releasing way. And I'll well up again. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Look after yourself, guys. Keep hydrated. Make good choices.